Good morning and welcome back to St Anne's here in Higher Openshaw. Today is Friday the 29th of March and the Great Triduum of the Church is now in full swing. Last night we had the Mass of the Lord's Supper when Jesus celebrated the Passover with his disciples and really instituted the role of the priesthood. And of course, he gave us the institution of the Eucharist. So it was lovely to see. There were about 100 people there last night. It was lovely to see so many joining us. And it was Father Maloney who celebrated the Mass last evening. After Mass, we then had, of course, the procession of the Blessed Sacrament to the altar of repose. And then we had the stripping of the tabernacle and the altar, and the sanctuary then is left in that bare state. We also had a period of waiting, and that was until 9:15 last night, and quite a few people stayed for that, so I was delighted to see that, and thank you all very much. As I said, it's Friday morning now, and it's now 9:15 in the morning, so this is rather an early podcast. Just to remind you that today we have the Stations of the Cross at 11 a.m. Now, the stations this morning will be led by Mark Paver. Mark is one of our parishioners who is studying for the priesthood. He's actually studying for the Diocese of New York, and he is studying in Rome. Now, Mark came home only yesterday from seminary, but he is getting involved with the Triduum this year. So it will be Mark who is leading the Stations of the Cross at 11 o'clock this morning. Then switching to this afternoon, we have the great service of the Lord's Passion. That starts at 3 o'clock. It's an incredibly solemn and beautiful liturgy. So please, once again, I encourage you, if you possibly can, to come along to that liturgy. There will also be the veneration of the cross at that particular liturgy. Then Saturday, we have the Easter Vigil, which is at the normal time of 6:30. And then Sunday, we have the Mass of Easter Day, and that is at the normal time of 10:30. I was having a look at some of the newspapers this morning online, and of course, one of the headliners this week is our Holy Father, Pope Francis. He really is making quite the media splash. Traditionally, as part of last night's Mass, that's the Mass of the Lord's Supper on Holy Thursday evening, the option is always there to wash feet. It's something that we've done for a very long time. And traditionally, the Holy Father would wash the feet of 12 of his priests, but not Pope Francis. He instead washed the feet of 12 juvenile inmates in a local prison, and they included 2 young women, and this has never been done before by a pope. In fact, the liturgical rites, I think, still ban the use of women in the washing of feet, but the Holy Father wanted to express his deep concern to show people that the love of Christ is for all, everyone. There are no exceptions. And if you look back into the scriptures at what Christ did, he dealt with women regularly. He spoke with them. He took time to be with them. He helped them. He healed them. He taught them. And the Holy Father is very keen to show once again that there are no exclusions, that God loves everyone. So, keep your eye on the Holy Father. You never quite know what he's going to do next. And please God, he will be a true example of the Spirit of Christ working deeply in our church. So I understand that obviously not everyone can come to all the things in the services of the Triduum. Perhaps you're working or perhaps you're travelling, but I do ask, if you are able, please come and join us. It's the most wonderful time of the church's year. The liturgies are very solemn, but they are also extremely beautiful and deeply moving. I went on Wednesday evening this week to a penitential service over at St Clair's in Blakely. It was a deanery event, and there was a lot of people made time to make their Easter duties by going to confession. And the 6 priests that were there, well, put it this way, we were kept extremely busy. But it was wonderful to see. So it really just goes to, for me to say, on behalf of Father Maloney and myself, to take this opportunity to wish you and your family all the great blessings of this most holy and solemn time of the Church's year. May the Easter blessings be poured out upon you, and may the risen Christ touch your hearts deeply, deeply, deeply. Please keep all our priests and our Holy Father in your prayers, and as we always keep you in ours. Just one other thing before I go, and that is to thank all those people who have been using our parish website to find out the times of the Triduum, because usually either at Christmas or Easter I get deluged with phone calls. What time's this father? What time's that father? I've had only one phone call, and that's been an absolute blessing. I did notice on the website that there have been a lot of people using the website, and I presume that you've been using it for to find out the times of the Triduum. So I thank you for that. Not having to answer the phone every 3 minutes makes life much easier for me at this time. So, God bless you all, and until next time, that's me signing off for now.